Archer and the Devil.
Hello, and welcome to episode 8 of Archer and the Devil.
That was very posh.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't do posh generally, so...
That was very posh.
I did not know I had that in my locker.
That was almost like voiceover devil, that was.
If you want any voiceover work in a world.
This podcast is brought to you by Antibac and hand sanitizer.
Which we do have. So, okay, initially, let's get the...
Let's address the elephant in the room.
Again.
Well,
first is no Rob again.
No Rob again. Producer Rob is self-isolating.
He is, which is sensible.
Because he's got asthma, so we can't risk it.
He's 3 months risk.
3 months pregnant.
I didn't say that. So the government have sent out messages and suggested to people who are of high risk to self-isolate for 12 weeks. So if you are one of those people, stay safe. Don't lick people any more than you normally would. Regarding us, obviously, so we've both been self-isolating.
Yeah, we've literally seen nobody for... Well, last day I was at work was Friday.
Same.
Today is
Wednesday. Yeah.
I've not left the house.
I have left the house. I've gone for a couple of walks, but away,
on your own.
Away
Same
from
as me,
humans.
just walk the dogs. That's it.
Social distancing. To be fair, there's been absolutely no one around. But just to stress with this, this is your home we do this in.
Yes. I have literally spent all afternoon disinfecting it.
While I took your dogs out.
Whilst the devil took the dogs out.
And I haven't touched anything.
No, we've got hand sanitizer on the table, and we are sat at opposite ends of the table to create more distance
We
between
are
us.
6 feet apart now.
So if I sound differently, it's because I'm in
it's a
different part of the room, so it's a bit more open, so it could echo a bit more. But basically, as we discussed at the end of the last one, we talked about was
Corona.
We're not. I was going to say we're not even going to say it, but you've already fucking
Corona.
But yeah, and we said we wanted to have a bit more of a laugh with this next one and create entertainment. And the way we see it is, if Phil and Holly are still sat on the sofa but opposite ends, then there's no reason why we can't.
Right, the news are, everyone else is.
Yeah.
And like I said, we haven't been around other people. I have been careful about it. It's impossible to not talk about because so much has happened since then. Countries went into lockdown.
Yes, but we're not going to go into all that.
We won't. We're not.
Everyone knows all about that.
Exactly, yeah.
So what we are going to do is we're going to mix it up a little bit.
First things first, brothel story.
No, not yet.
You literally, at the end of the last podcast, you made people, which they have, and thank you for your contributions, that they've requested, and you were like, I'm going to open out with a brothel story. Okay. And now...
Okay.
Everyone's there with their dicks out.
Okay.
Or metaphorical dicks.
So, a few years ago, I went to Blackpool, right, for a friend's...
I was waiting for this to be like a really
friend's
story,
birthday.
Okay.
I won't mention who. I won't mention who else was there. Mm-hmm. Don't want to get anybody else into trouble. But my friend is, or was, I don't really speak to him anymore. He's a larger lad, shall we say. He had relative experience, luck with the ladies, shall we say. But he wanted to get laid that night. Basically, It was his birthday. We went down for his birthday.
Did he have a significant other at the time or anything?
No.
Okay.
We was all free and single when we went down. It was many years ago.
Okay.
Whilst we was in, it was in the old Revolution Club, which had the revolving dance floor, right? And I didn't know anything about brothels. I'd never been in one before. I didn't even know if they existed in the UK.
Yeah.
Didn't know. I was only young, whatever. So I was telling somebody in there, and he said, search massage parlours. I was like, right, okay then. Literally went on Google, sat in the club, massage parlours. There was one round the corner. Funnily enough, next to the chip shop. Pretty much next to the kebab shop. And it was on the way home. So I said, do you want to go to the brothel? He said, fuck yes. So off we went. We had a little walk round the corner. And we found this door. It was literally just like an inconspicuous door, looked like a normal house, whatever. Knocked on the door. The whole fucking hatch opens in the front door. What do you want? Massage? Come on in then. So you come in. We had to pay I think it was like a tenner each just to get in.
Right, okay.
Because I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
So I just went, yep, sound, there you go, there's the money. That was it. So she went, just go and wait upstairs. I was like, okay then, fine. So off we walked upstairs into this little it was like a 4-story house or something like that. So we sat him in this room and there was all sofas and stuff in there and whatever. So we sat down and there was a guy in there crying, saying he had all his money stolen and fucking everything.
That's what you wanted when you first
Yeah,
walked in.
yeah.
Cool, good place.
So he's walked in and he sat there and he's like, fucking, she stole all my money, fucking hell. And I'm like, no, you spent all your money. That's what happened. Anyway, so we sat there and all of a sudden this woman came down, this Scottish woman. We was probably in our early 20s. So it's probably, it was over 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It was an older lady, I'd say mid-40s.
Okay.
Came down, thick Glaswegian accent. She come down the stairs and she was in like this pink lingerie. She went, do you want to come with me? I'm not going to do the accent. Do you want to come with me upstairs? And we both went, all right. And I assumed...
Well, both of you.
Well, I assumed it was like another waiting area.
Right.
I didn't know. Again, I'd never been in one before.
Didn't to ask questions.
No. So we just went off. We was like absolutely fucking arsehole.
Right,
Don't forget.
okay.
So we just toddled off upstairs. And she went, right, who's first? And he put his hand up. And I was like, oh, he's going first. And I thought, I'll just go back
It's
down.
his birthday.
I went, I'll just go and wait. She went, no. She went, you go in the shower to my mate. I was like, right. She went, you can just sit in the corner and wait. I went, you fucking what? She went, you just sit there and wait. He's going to have a quick shower. And then once we're done, we'll swap over. He can wait for you downstairs. And that'll be it. And I went, hang on a minute, whoa. You want me to sit in the corner and watch you fuck my mate? And then afterwards, you want me to just jump on after? Yeah, that's how it works. I went, not in my fucking life, love. I was gone. I was fucking gone. Back downstairs, waiting in this little fucking reception area, whatever. About 10 minutes goes by. And I was like, okay. And I heard a little voice go, Jake! Jake! Down the stairs. I was like, what? He went, oh, fuck's sake. He went...
You can do this, I believe
He
you.
went, it's 25 quid for a hand job or 40 quid to go all the way. He went, I've only got 30 quid. Hang on, mate. I threw a tenner at him. I threw a tenner at him. I fucking ran. I was gone.
Oh my
Straight
God.
down the fucking stairs. And I see the girl at the desk. I went, I haven't done anything. Can I have my tenner back? And she went, no. Okay then. I just went outside and got a fucking bag of chips and just sat outside on the curb and waited for him. About 15 minutes later, 20 minutes later, whatever it was, he come out and he went, I feel dirty. So, mate, you fucked worse than that. He went, yeah, but I feel dirty. I went, did you bag up? He went, double bagged. Because otherwise I've been out 10 minutes ago.
Fucking oh my God.
Oh, God. He said I couldn't do it. He said I'd done what I needed to do and I just got out of there. We went back and he spent 45 minutes in the shower.
Oh man. That's
It was
that's a good starting point.
fucking funny, man.
My question is, how is it £25 for a hand job,
I
but
don't know.
40 for everything?
I don't know. I'm like, it's not that much of a step.
That's it's really not.
I think they just want to go, yeah, fuck it, literally.
Just-
fuck
yeah,
it.
but-
Just
yeah.
give me the 40 quid and off you go. But I've never been back to one since. I've been to Amsterdam and all that and seen the girls in the windows and that, but it was fucking... At the time, it was terrifying.
I had when I went to the red light district in Brussels.
I didn't even know there was one there. I suppose there's one everywhere, isn't there?
Yeah, I guess, but
Do I sound really echoey in your earphones?
I can't tell now. Can you stop
I
talking?
do in my own.
No, you sound
anyway,
alright.
carry on.
And me and two of my mates were walking. I hate Brussels. Brussels seems like the kind of place that like 20 or 30 years ago was a nice city, and then all the crackheads and the junkies moved in.
Nice.
So it's just that. I used to play a game when I was in. You're coughing a lot. You're making me nervous.
Just had a drink and it's
you're
gone
not.
down the wrong hole.
No, it's all right.
Excuse me.
Because I've been with you for the last hour. You haven't been coughing, so
No, I've just choked on some of my gin.
this sparkly gin.
Oh, it went down the wrong hole.
I hate
Also, I laughed way
Right,
harder
yeah.
than what I just should have.
But we were walking down the street, and past these red light windows.
Pasties?
Not pasties. Calm down.
Pasties.
I know Greg's is closed, and you're going through some
Carry
real
on.
tough times.
Carry on.
We'll just move on from there. And I was third in the line of the three of us walking down the street, and the woman, my mate Jim, walks past first, and she's like rubbing her tits at the windows, and as they do. And my mate Danny walks after him, she's doing the same. She saw me and repelled back from the window I'm not sure if shock or just what the fuck is that? Because I'm a strange looking man.
Yeah.
Especially,
I had the same reaction when we first met.
I didn't look like this when we first met. I was about 13 years old.
I said that for comedy effect and you just ruined it.
I want to defend myself when necessary.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
But yeah, I've told you my brothel story when I was in Thailand. Did I tell that story?
Don't think so.
When I was in Koh Tao, which is like one of the eastern islands. There's like 3 eastern islands in Thailand.
Was you in a hotel in Koh Tao?
No, I was in like a hostel.
Oh.
So it's like Koh Tao. I didn't get that. Went straight over my head. Koh Phangan and Koh Samui. Oh no, I was in Koh Samui, so I've got the
Jesus Christ.
the night boat to the mainland, and I'm in a place called Suratani, which is basically just a port. If you ever have told this story in the podcast already, I apologise.
I don't remember.
I don't think I've told it.
I'm sure I would have remembered my joke.
So I was in, no, right, okay. I was in this port town, Suratani, and looking for a hotel or a hostel. My mates were in Phuket, and I was coming down to meet them. Jim and Danny, the same ones from Brussels. They'd been travelling the world for 10 months and just got to Thailand. There's nothing, buses, trains, nothing to get to Phuket, so I'm stuck in this place for the night. And I spent like a good couple of hours looking at like renting a car, flights, everything. Finally gave up. I'm getting a pizza at this place which some kid made for me, about 10 years old. It was honestly like...
In his house, or...?
No, it was like a proper shop. I went in next, I had Wi-Fi. So I'm looking for hostels on the Hostel World app, and there's only one on there which is like a 3.4 rating.
Is that bad?
In
terms of hostels, 10. Oh god, right, okay.
So generally, if you use the Hostel World app ever, or hotel, like if it's below 8 or 7.5 minimum, you don't really go there.
Right, okay.
So a 3.4...
You're basically sleeping outdoors.
Just don't do it. But I was like, there's nothing else. So I waited until about midnight when the place closed. Booked it online, so you pay you like £2 deposit. So about £8 for the hostel. Walked round to it, and it doesn't exist. So I'm not sure if that's why it was a 3.4. But obviously someone's rated it well, so it must have been there at some point. I cannot find this hostel at all. So I'm walking around trying to find a hotel or something, because the next bus isn't until 6 a.m. Like when the bus driver dropped me off there, I was like, "Can you take me to a hotel or a hostel?" And he was just like, "You wait here, bus, 6 a.m." But mate, it's 6 p.m. It's like 12 hours away. But I'm walking around. I got chased by 2 dogs down the street.
Nice.
And there were these 2 tourists coming up the other street who saw me running. And I was like,
with 2 dogs chasing.
And I was like, mate, don't go down there. And they were like, all right, if he's saying it. And then I found a hotel. So I went into this hotel. There's prostitutes outside. I've never really been exposed to prostitutes before, so I don't really know how to deal with it.
Same. But
I asked one of them, do you know where this hostel is? And she was like, no English. I'm like, I'm sure if I wanted to fuck you,
you'd understand.
Fucking perfect English.
Yeah.
It's Shakespearean. But fine.
The hostel is over there.
So I went, right, yeah. Doth thou need a blowjob? I went into this hotel, and I'm like, do you have any rooms available? And she's like, yeah, cool. So she gives me this price menu, and it's like half an hour, 45 minutes. I'm like, no, I want the night. And she's like, oh, sorry. Just turns it over. For fuck's sake. So I think I paid like £5. It's like whatever that is in baht, in Thai currency. And then went up to my room. It was on the 6th floor. And walked up, and it was like a latch holding the door on.
Right.
And you could see where all the other padlocks have been kicked off over time.
Right, yeah.
Footprints on the door.
Yeah.
It was like, you know, in the beach, the room he stays in the beach at the start. It was like that. And at the top, there's like a mesh window that someone had cut out with a knife.
Nice.
So literally had a shower, got changed.
And this was higher rated than the hostel.
I didn't see the rating for this because
okay.
it was just a hotel, so it wasn't coming up on the Hostel World app. There's only one hostel in that Hostel World app. But literally slept with my backpack next to me.
One eye open.
Fully dressed. I slept for about 2 hours that night.
Ready to run.
Yeah, and about 4 a.m. I was like, I can't do it. Like, I'm going to die here. So I just left and then ended up waiting outside in the street for 2 hours for the bus to come.
See, everybody loves our travel stories.
Yeah.
And then you drop one like that and everyone goes, fuck travelling.
The thing is,
good.
The thing is, when people go travelling, you only see I'm on the beach, how's work? You know what I mean? Or
Yeah,
like,
yeah. How's your Monday?
yeah.
Fuck off, Sandra.
You don't see the 3 days on a bus or the 24 hours on a chicken bus where people are having to sit on your lap because there's no other room, and you're bigger than five of them confused. So yeah, combined even. But I love those stories. I remember when I was in Bangkok and I was going from where my hostel there was to, I can't remember the main strip there. There's a main strip there, Koh San Road. That's it. So everyone goes. There's just clubs and bars and everything. And there's like a 15-minute walk round or a 5-minute cut through an alleyway. And I'm cutting through this alleyway because I saw a sign written on a piece of cardboard in marker pen. Shortcut.
Fuck off.
And I was walking through
And you
there.
went, oh, seems legit.
I had like a 2-litre bottle of Chang beer in my hand. And I just literally finished it and turned it around in case anyone came. I was like, I'm ready to smack them. And the one thing I remember about it was, before you go travelling or go anywhere, your mom especially, and anyone is like, don't do anything I wouldn't do. Be safe. And I'm always like, I'm not a fucking idiot.
Don't go down dark alleys.
At this point, I was like, so it was like, what do you mean by like, take care? Like, of course I'm going to take care. I'm walking down the alleyway. And that was like, just like, that's what they meant.
I'm going to prove my mum right.
Don't
I'm gonna
walk
prove
down
it right.
this alleyway. And like, the more I went into it, it's like, it's backs of restaurants and the kitchens. There's people there having fags and stuff like that. And I'm just like, I'm going to die here. This is it.
Yeah, but you followed the shortcut.
Got through. It was all right.
You followed the shortcut, sorry.
But, honestly, it literally was. I went and took a picture of it. It was like someone had a pallet of Coke cans and just used the cardboard from the bottom, got a Sharpie and just wrote shortcut to Koh San Road. And I was like, sweet, let's follow that. Because I'm a fucking idiot. But I didn't die. Nothing happened. I've got loads of those travel stories where something almost happened.
Yeah, but they're more fun when something does happen.
Nothing ever happened. When I was again in Thailand, when I was in Koh Tao, what was your joke? Was I in a hotel there?
Yeah, but you didn't say it the same.
I think Koh Tao.
A hotel in Koh Tao.
No, it's Koh Tao.
Oh.
You must have heard
that's
me
fucking
wrong.
ruined everything, isn't it?
You've been in the podcast. Start again.
My life. Start again.
We went to this club on the beach there. Like, a few of my friends from here came over to meet me, and we were walking back to the hostel, and the police literally just jumped out of the fucking bushes, and they were like, I'm the only one that patted down, and I was smashed. And luckily my mate Ben had the foresight to get his camera phone out, put the torch on, and go, I'm watching you check his pockets.
Oh, I'm with you. So
they couldn't plant anything on me. I would never have thought of that. But luckily, the cop was like showing his hands first every time. Went through my pockets, couldn't find anything because there's fucking nothing there. I was like, literally, I know that's wallet, that's phone, that's cigarettes. I know what's in my pockets.
But you could have been fitted up.
Yeah, it could have been. I'm not sure. I'm not saying that would have happened.
Yeah, but they're like bribes and shit, don't they? So if
Generally,
they
yeah,
plant
they'll like give us
something, and then they
£200.
go, I found this.
Yeah,
and then they just fucking carry on and do it to the next mug.
Yeah, the next mug. I've got mug written over my fucking face. Honestly,
It's better than having shortcut written on a piece of cardboard.
Hey, nothing happened, and it took me. To be fair, I say about 5 minutes. It took me 3 because I fucking bolted through that gap. I swear.
Fucking unreal.
No fucking around there.
Unreal. I can't stop coughing from that laughing fit. It's given me a bit of a catarrh.
It's got corona.
I haven't got corona.
It's got the AIDS. I probably should stop calling it the AIDS.
Jesus Christ.
Bat AIDS.
Oh, God. We did want to discuss, after now we've finished the prostitute stories,
The brothel story.
the brothel story.
I think I'm out, actually. I think that's all of them. That's all of my brothel stories.
Okay. A different way of discussing the virus. Well, the disease. Everyone keeps calling it a disease.
It's a virus.
It's
not
like
a
coronavirus disease.
Yeah.
Well, make up your mind. But we want to discuss, and we've touched on this briefly in the past,
Conspiracy theories.
conspiracy theories. We've had a few people ask us to discuss certain things.
Yeah. Admittedly, the one that we have been asked for, I've done 17 seconds research on.
And I knew nothing about it either. And I phoned my friend and she said, it's this. And I'm like, okay, well, that's that. Yeah. And then I researched it and it's actually a real thing.
Yeah, so it started on the 14th of July, 1992.
What did?
Agenda 21.
Agenda 21.
Yeah. So it was 1992, began in Rio. And from my understanding, it is a policy that 172 countries have agreed to find equilibrium
Right, okay.
in our
Population.
yeah.
So to stop it growing, basically.
Yeah.
But this is a legit government, like, thing.
So,
With the
yeah.
UN and everything else. This
Yeah,
is a
there's different
genuine thing.
countries. I've read a couple of things when I was researching it saying The Secret. I'm like, if I can Google it and find it, it's not that well hidden secret.
What's the secret of Agenda 21?
So, like, stopping the UN's Agenda 21 policy on sustainable development has become a rallying cry for the Tea Party across the US, is one article I found. And they are kind of, like, obviously, there's people who are trying to cull it.
So basically, people are saying that the conspiracy is that coronavirus is a part of
product of
Agenda 21.
So it says here, the United Nations Agenda 21 is a comprehensive plan of environmental extremism, social engineering, and global political control. The plan of radical so-called sustainable development views the American way of life of private property ownership, single-family homes, private car ownership, individual travel choices, and privately owned farms as destructive to the environment.
So they're using this agenda as a way to stop
The current
certain things.
way that we live
Yeah.
as a species,
Yeah,
so it is more sustainable going forward.
yeah.
Ecofascism wise,
Ecofascism.
that is literally ecofascism. If you haven't listened to podcast 7, I have been called an ecofascist about 1,000 times. In the
Listen
past
to
week.
listen to
I kind
podcast
of
7.
I actually worked out that like that post now has reached anywhere between minimum 300,000 to 4.5 million people.
What?
So the way I worked that out is it's been shared 30,000 times on Facebook. Based on the fact that if every single person on Facebook had 150 friends only, and 30,000 people have shared it, that's 4.5 million people.
Fucking no wonder you're an eco-fascist.
So there's a lot of people out there at the moment who don't like me,
That hate you
that hate me,
in the face.
because of a post I made at 1 in the afternoon, hyperbolically, about the fact that currently, because people aren't outside and driving and things like that, the environment has somewhat healed itself in parts.
Which is also another conspiracy theory.
It is.
That it's... What if this is Mother Nature creating
Yeah.
the virus to go, look, you've had your chance. You
But
fucked it up.
It does pin Mother Nature as a villainous character, though.
It does.
Like, you know what I mean?
But doesn't every conspiracy theory,
yeah.
they all need a baddie, don't
Well,
they?
let's focus on Agenda 21. What do you think?
I mean, it's the same as the whole 9/11. Like you're basically relying on a human being in whatever capacity to make a decision to kill hundreds of thousands of people, and back in the day. We had Genghis Khan, right? All them bad mans.
Bad man. Genghis Khan was a bad man. I think we're like one third of the population has Genghis Khan.
Exactly.
Running through them.
He did a lot of bad stuff.
He did a lot of fucking.
He's done a lot of bad stuff as well. A lot of killing, a lot of fucking taking over in.
Genocide and rape was top of his agenda.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, but he was a normal person. He was a human being.
Yeah, he was a Mongolian warlord.
And he went a bit mental,
Yeah.
right? And there's evidence of people going a bit mental. Like Hitler, Bin Laden, all them kind of characters.
Yeah.
They're all a bit out there with their thinking.
They're a
right?
bit out there.
Bit out there. So to say that somebody would have to make them choices is a mad thing to say. But also, there's evidence there that there's been people like that previous.
Right, so it has happened.
So it has happened.
You have reference points in
So
history.
it's not like you could sit here and go, oh my God, I can't believe anybody would make that decision. Like, same as 9/11, people say that there was the CIA, the FBI made that decision to kill all them people.
Yeah.
It's a big fucking decision to make.
It is.
And it's incomprehensible to me and you and the majority of normal, sane thinking people to even think that that's a possibility that somebody could make that decision.
Yeah.
But history has taught us
That it has been
that
done,
there is
can be
people
done.
like that
Yeah.
have made them decisions. Like, your man Hitler decided that
he's not my man here.
he just wanted to go, right, do you know what? I don't like them Jews. Let's just wipe 15 million people off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
And he had a good fucking go at doing it. And it took 2 world wars to stop him.
Yeah.
And...
Well, no, First World War wasn't Hitler.
Wasn't it?
Was it?
Wasn't it? No, it wasn't. No,
it wasn't.
It was your man fucking with the gun. What's that band named after?
Franz Ferdinand. No, Franz Ferdinand was the person who was killed.
He was shot. He was the wrong person.
That was the catalyst that created World War One.
It wasn't Hitler. He was the second lot.
Yeah.
But it took multiple countries, 4 years, millions of people dying.
Yeah.
For him to stop one man's agenda, basically.
Your man's
agenda. So there's no reason why there couldn't be your man at the top of Agenda 21 who's making these decisions, who's coming up with these things, and it doesn't necessarily have to be people that are involved. Like they don't necessarily have to know why they're involved. Like if
they could have like a part of it.
If there's a department that's researching chemical warfare, for instance, and they say, right, we think that there might be so-and-so, come up with a vaccine or something to counteract that.
Okay, yeah, and they'll utilise that
and then
how they mean it to.
And they wouldn't necessarily know what that was for. Because same as Area 51, you never get all the information.
Yeah.
You get set a task, and that's it.
That's kind of like, I guess that's how North Korea is probably run.
I would imagine so.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's North Korea. The one thing is, like, now, the past 4 days, 3 days here, I imagine this is a lot like what North Korea is.
You get told, it's empty.
It's a totalitarian government who tells you when and where you can go.
Yeah.
Obviously, probably here at the moment, not to that level, because we still have been given freedoms of you're allowed to go for a walk. And even then, it's not being policed. There's like 122,000 police in this country and 65 million people. It's impossible to police. In practice. In theory, even. Unless you had the army behind it and stuff like that. But so I understand if you were like, okay, we want to make a biochemical weapon. We need a vaccine for it. We can't tell people we're making the biochemical weapon. So what we're going to say is, this is what the vaccine's for.
Exactly.
But we're using this
because there's chances are somebody somewhere will have a conscience.
Yeah, but
and
even
they will say, "I'm sorry, but this isn't right."
But wouldn't you have I'm guessing if you're intelligent enough to be able to create a vaccine for something, once something like this happens, you'd be like, "Hang on."
It's too late then.
Yeah, but you can whistleblow.
You can, but you'd probably already be dead.
There is that.
Do you know what I mean? Because no evidence left, whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So it's not. This is Agenda 21. Even though it is a government and a UN initiative, the big conspiracy is that it's used as a broad term.
It's a lot of countries to get on board if they were to know.
It's also a massive fucking task to undertake to try and
8 billion people
to try and stop the world's population getting any bigger, and then everyone just signs a piece of paper and goes, "Yeah, that sounds like a good idea."
It makes me think a bit of the Georgia Guidestones.
The what?
The Georgia Guidestones.
No.
So it's like their equivalent of Stonehenge. It's nowhere near as old as Stonehenge.
Where's this?
In Georgia.
That's
why it's called the Georgia Guidestones.
Okay.
In America. And they're these kind of like, I think it's called the population rock. And basically there's like rules on there. So they want the limit of people to be 500 million. So they say for a sustainable...
is this like old
planet?
Like shit? Or...
They don't know, I don't think, when they were built. So it's a monument called An Age of Reason. Also, in 1979, they were made.
Oh.
A man called R.C. Christian approached a company to make these monuments and erected them in 1980. So amongst the commandments, there's maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature, rule passion, faith, tradition, and all things with tempered reason, balance personal rights with social duties, be not a cancer on the earth, leave room for nature. So it's the same kind of principle where they're basically trying to limit. It's a guideline for what they suggest is sustainable for our planet to work. So a limit on our species and prioritising nature over everything else. Again, ecofascism. My new lesson this week was learning what ecofascism is, and I guess that is what people say is when it's a government instilling
restrictions
by law to allow
but using Agenda 21 as the basis.
Right, so it's your sacrifice.
Oh, well, this is Agenda 21. We've got to do it.
Yeah.
Because everyone's agreed to it and this, that, and the other. I don't know.
My biggest reason...
You could put anything under that banner, though, couldn't
My
you?
biggest reason I wouldn't believe that is because I believe those in power are more capitalist than they give a fuck about the environment. So I don't see those with power limiting us as a species to allow nature to flourish when they could profit off us instead.
No, and the more people you get, the more things they can put in place, the more restrictions they can do, and use that as an excuse, which ultimately will create more money. Look at all this now, what's going on. The online stuff has gone fucking through the roof.
It goes to show how quickly... I want to stress, I don't believe this is what the government is doing. It goes to show how quickly a government can control you.
Yep.
Should they need to.
But you...
So playing 100% devil's advocate, I want to clarify before anyone says I'm Alex Jones or I've lost my shit. I believe this virus exists.
Yeah.
I believe it is killing people. I believe it's spreading at the rate. If anything, they probably undersold it rather than oversold
I
it.
agree, to stop panic and everything else.
However, for the sake of argument...
For the sake of a conspiracy theory...
If this didn't exist, which I haven't first-hand experienced it, you haven't first-hand experienced it.
No, I personally don't know anybody that's tested positive.
So, and not only that, but they can say...
Tom Hanks has.
Tom and Prince Charles now.
I don't know if Tom Hanks... I don't think Tom Hanks would lie to us.
Yeah, but you could
I don't think he's part of the
I could do a
Illuminati.
test on you and say, oh, it's positive.
Very true.
Doesn't
Very
mean it's
true.
positive.
If you're a fucking Illuminati lizard...
Right, you know what I mean? The lizard people, shapeshifters, could do it for us.
Yeah.
So, and by doing
None of the
that...
Rothschilds have got it, have they?
Well, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Or the Rockefellers. And by doing that, you've managed to lock down the world in a week. Well, let's say a month.
Well, that brings me on to my conspiracy theory, right? So, as we all know, Elon Musk is a bit of a dude, right?
Yeah.
Elon Musk went on a rival podcast that we won't mention by name. That's pretty good. But he went on a rival podcast, and he's...
Can we not have a coalition with him instead of having rivals?
I'd love a collab.
So, Joe Rogan, if you're out there...
he had Elon Musk on as a guest,
yeah.
right? And Elon Musk's biggest concern for the world at the minute is AI,
yeah.
artificial intelligence, right? He is very, very... And this is Elon Musk.
Yeah.
One of the smartest men in the world,
yeah.
right? He's worried about AI.
Yeah.
He's worried that it's being developed faster
than we have an understanding of it.
Than we have. Not only we have an understanding of it, but also that we can legislate for, that we can put rules in place for. So he is worried that the technology will take over the governing of the actual technology. So, but he's not necessarily worried that it's... Because the biggest fear that most people have is AI, you interface with humans, and then the AI takes over the world.
Okay.
And we become AI puppets. Because they're the superior race, they're intelligent beings, they're AI, they're artificial intelligence.
Like iRobot.
Basically, yeah. So they take over. So that's what everyone else's biggest fear. His biggest fear is not so much that, it's more being used as weapons against it. The biggest way it's going to attack humans is going to be AI humans versus AI humans, that we're going to hurt each other with it, as opposed to AI hurting the human race.
Right, okay.
So he's worried about the weaponization of AI, basically. So, you ready? Strap in.
I'm strapped.
So, just imagine that, I don't know, 10, 20 years ago, AI was more advanced than what any of us realised.
Okay.
Right? So this AI bot, or a company, or a race, or a group, whatever you want to call them, or even one bot, decided that they wanted to take over the world, right? It was self-aware enough that it was alive, but it was also aware that it wasn't going to live forever, right?
Okay.
So it needed to keep sustaining itself. So then it created the whole technology race, right? So it decided that, right, we need to kickstart this now. So it developed mobile phones and it developed technology and
computers,
stuff,
and,
basically stuff that needs to be better every time. So we want more stuff, more stuff, more stuff. So it just creates this mad fucking cycle of developing stuff because people need stuff, and it just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going. And then it gets to the point, like you've mentioned before, where we've pretty much achieved everything we needed to achieve. There's not a lot else to do. We're just existing.
Yeah, rather than surviving.
So we need more stuff, because
Right.
I need a better car than my next door neighbour, and I need a bigger house than fucking Joe Rogan and whatever. So I need everything better all the time, which in turn creates more of industry, more stuff to keep piling it all in, piling it all in, piling it all in. And this AI robot's fucking loving all this, because it's like, right, now I'm getting everyone fucking sucked in. They're all fucking dumb because they believe stupid shit on Facebook, and I can convince everyone that so-and-so is true, or this is real, and all this shit, because of all this technology that we've created. People are reliant on this technology now. They need it. They need that phone in their hand. They need the likes on Instagram, right? So everybody's now fucking sucked into this, like, this fucking funnel of technology, right?
Yeah.
That they can't live without. The coronavirus has proven that, right?
Yeah.
If it wasn't for technology now, we'd be fucked.
Yeah, we would.
Internet, phones, Skype.
Television, radio.
Exactly. We'd
Yeah.
be fucked.
Yeah.
We'd just fucking, it'd be like caveman times.
Yeah.
So we're all now really fucking reliant on all this technology, right? And then this robot goes, this isn't really going fast enough. I need more. Like, I need more. I'm going to create a virus. Watch this shit. I'm going to make them all fucking hungry because there's no food left, because they're all going to be fucking stupid and they're going to panic by everything.
Okay.
I'm going to kill a few off to worry the rest. So, like, herd mentality. Oh, they've died. We better do what we're told.
Yeah.
So they'll all fucking follow suit. They'll all... Yeah, there's too much going on. Let's make them all stay indoors. So we need them all to stay indoors now, so I can control all of them, because they're all reliant on mobile phones and the shit that I feed to them on Facebook and the news and all this bollocks. So that's... Now, we're now under the control right now of this AI robot,
Okay.
because of our own fucking
Need
for
yeah.
whatever. And it just keeps going and keeps going. He's like, right, that's it. I need it faster. We'll fucking lock them all down. I'll create this virus. They can't stop it because I've created it. There's no cure for it. Fuck them. Right, that's it now. We're done. It's got to the point now where this is it. This is the end goal now. He's sped it up. This is the end goal.
Okay, so what is the end goal?
The end goal is they want to eat us. I don't really know what the end goal is. But the end goal is the robots want to eat us.
Robots want... Okay. Okay.
So that's ultimately what it is all about, isn't it? They need us.
yeah.
They need us for food. He might have a family of AI robots.
Or it could be like in the Matrix, where we're a battery for them.
Exactly. Yeah, we're just like a host, or we need something. But he needed to control us all before he brought the rest in, because we'd reject it.
So
and we'd
who's
fucking...
in this theoretical scenario? Who is the robot?
I don't know. It's just like a.
Oh, there's not a specific.
No. It's just like an AI. It's not even a robot. It could even just be like a program in a computer.
I thought the end was going to be that we were the robots.
No.
Okay.
We're like, it could have just been like an intelligent computer program, like Jarvis in fucking
Iron Man.
All of a sudden has these mad fucking tendencies that he wants to take over the world, which we discussed earlier with Genghis Khan and what
Yeah.
is possible. So this mad computer program just goes, right, I want to take over the world, and he has to come up with this way of doing it, and then in the end we're just food, or we're just fucking drones, or we're just fucking meat sacks. For all these artificial intelligence to just go around the world, or they just eat us, or, you know what I mean?
Or ultimately we're just Subway for them.
Or with fuel, or with food, or whatever it to be. And we're getting to that point now where the artificial intelligence, Jarvis, has gone, it's the end of the road, lads. It's the end of the road, lads. This is it. This is what we've been working for.
Clock has hit zero.
This is what we've been working for. Because as technology moves on, that artificial intelligence might be getting to the point where he's no longer able to keep this up, to keep this going, because it's getting old, or it's getting fucking... The technology is not there and he needs to upgrade.
Those 3 days indoors so far are fucking killing your mind.
So that's why he's brought it all forward with coronavirus, and he's gone, fuck it. You know what I mean? We'll bring it all forward, and that's that. But no, have you not seen that robot that eats flesh? They've developed a robot. Have you not seen that?
Do I look? You can't see my face if you're listening.
Google it.
Does my face? What? Google flesh-eating robot.
Google it. Do it right now. I'll do it.
Go on,
It's
you do it.
a company called DARPA in the States.
Okay.
Which do like.
Yeah, but is it? Wait. When you say flesh-eating, is
Okay,
that,
so it
wait.
basically...
Let me ask a question first.
Right.
Is it willingly doing so of its own?
So basically, it's a robot designed to live or run on, like, not human flesh, because that's the wrong word, but I don't know what the word is, like, fuck, what's it called? Like, I can't remember the word, but it's not, but basically it's like tissue, or it's like
So I'm googling it. That's why I'm not
I can't remember what
you.
the word is, but anyway. So effectively, it could be an insect or it could be a baby. It's the same thing. Like
It says here, flesh-eating robot is actually vegetarian. It says inventors, but that's the inventors saying that.
That's the vegans saying that.
Don't start.
What's
I googled flesh-eating robot, and the first story that came up was from The Guardian.
YouTube it. Never mind. Fucking.
I can't YouTube. We're on a fucking podcast, aren't I? I can't sit here watching a
It's
YouTube
basically
video.
it's like bio. It's designed to run on bio stuff. I can't remember the exact term, but the bio like organic material. That's the word. So it's designed.
You look so happy right now.
So it's designed to run or to be fueled by organic material.
So okay, yeah.
So that could be
So it's carnivorous.
plants, or or it could be an insect, or it could be a baby. It could be
So
anything.
it's an omnivore.
No, it might not be organic, but organic might be the wrong
Yeah, but if
word.
it's an omnivore, then like we're omnivores.
Flesh-eating robots.
Fucking hell! Episode 8 is taking a really weird turn.
But this is
It took us 8 episodes of this podcast to get to flesh-eating robots.
this is the
Thanks for sticking with us.
corpse-eating robots. There you go. Look.
So it's eating dead people.
So I think it's designed to clear up battlefields and that sort of stuff. So
Okay,
that's what it looks like.
Is it
so
made
it's got like
to serve
it's got like a chute on it, look, and you go up the chute and the robot eats the flesh.
So it's like a wood chipper, but for humans.
Effectively, yeah, but it's actually specifically designed.
Turn it off, or YouTube will take us off.
It's specifically designed to run on not human. I don't know what.
So you can feed it like a donkey.
Joe Rogan's talking about it.
I saw that he was talking to Russell Brand about it.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, it shows in the thumbnail.
Anyway,
Russell Brand was on there.
so yeah, so that could be like, so it's basically flesh-eating robots. So that could be like the end goal. Do you know what I mean? You just don't know. That could be the end goal, is flesh-eating robots.
Whose goal is that? Are the robots' goal?
AI.
AI, okay.
Artificial intelligence. That's the end goal, is flesh-eating robots.
Yeah, but again, to be able to have sustainable AI to that level, then it needs to have a self-producing power source.
Flesh. People.
Yeah, I guess.
That's the point.
Right.
Plenty fucking of us.
There's 8 billion of us.
There's a lot of us. That's a lot of petrol.
There's a lot of petrol.
You know what I mean?
It's weird. One thing I will say, driving around currently.
Don't change the subject from the
No one on the
flesh-eating
roads.
robots.
Well, no, I'm saying 'cause this is going into that, because what they've done is cleared up the roads and they've got everyone herded up in their homes, just ready to go. So
basically Deliveroo, but reverse. You know what I mean? Reverse Deliveroo.
That's
If you get a knock on the door and it's like a metallic fucking metal noise, don't answer the door,
fuck's sake.
because it's happening.
Oh my
Jarvis
God.
is coming.
Oh my god.
Honestly, if you're on the podcast now, just YouTube corpse-eating robots.
Well, I'll try and remember
fucking terrifying.
to post the article.
They are terrifying.
Yeah, but okay. So, what point into coronavirus do they come visit us for their human burgers?
It's got arms on it and it picks you up by your
Shut up.
head and shoves you in the
Shut
wood chipper.
Just
Fucking terrifying. But how does it determine if you're dead or not? Like, what if you just like
the
asleep?
things that we use the internet for are really different. Just the things you look at when you've got time, the things that I look at when I've got time.
We said we was doing
Are
a
very
fucking
different.
conspiracy
We
theory
did.
podcast. So I've been researching.
Oh, okay. So this was
Also,
something you were looking at
on the
prior to
same
this.
fucking vein.
Yeah.
Where did that idea come from?
So what? The flesh-eating
The
robot.
corpse-eating robot. Somebody's gone in. All
I mean,
the
the thing is, no. Okay, one thing you did just say that makes sense is that if it was made No, that doesn't make sense because it's inhumane. Like, I can
That's what I'm
understand.
saying. You'd want to come home.
That's what I mean. Like, if someone died, you're going to bring the body. I was going to say it makes sense to clear up battlefields, but it doesn't because you don't want to be like, what happened to Johnny? Oh, he's shredded in the field. And
That's what, unless it's like a contagion. Like if you can't go near, say if it was like chemical warfare and people or fucking
a plague.
Where it blew up,
pox.
Ukraine. What's it called?
Oh, the power plant.
Yeah, what's it called?
Chernobyl,
where they can't get to the
Right,
people.
radioactive, they can't get
something
there.
like that.
Okay.
Then it would maybe work.
Yeah, but wait. For the sake of a small incident like
This is
that,
what I'm saying. So fucking Billy Bob has gone into fucking work.
Billy Bob Thornton.
But it's an American name.
Right, it
so
is.
It's got to be a fucking redneck invention, that has.
I mean, what redneck is that advanced?
So Billy Bob has gone into
He's
fucking
got a
work.
lawnmower and his leaf blower and put them together with some duct tape.
He's gone to work and he's gone,
and
boss.
his wood chipper.
He's gone, boss, I woke up last night, I had a fucking wild dream. What if we invented these robots that, like, ate flesh
I feel
and, like, they was powered?
I feel like this conversation is making me stupider.
No, but this is conspiracy. This is the whole point of conspiracy theories.
Is that they make you stupider?
Exactly.
Right, okay.
So Billy Bob's gone into work and he's gone, boss, I fucking had this idea, right? What if we made these robots that was flesh eating and, like, the flesh then powered the robot? What would we need that for, Billy Bob? Radiation victims. Fucking brilliant. It's 50 million. Go and develop a fucking robot that eats human corpses. And then what we'll do is we'll put a video of it on the internet for everyone to shit their pants.
I mean, that's doing a really bad job then, really.
What a fucking day at work, guys.
they're
Right,
making-
everyone gather round. Everyone gather round. Billy Bob's got a PowerPoint.
We're taking our company to a different direction.
Billy Bob's got a PowerPoint. Everyone sit down. Right, lads, we're going to develop a new robot. Oh, yes, Sam, that's what we do here. Yeah, it's going to eat flesh. I'm sorry, what? It's going to what now? It's going to be a flesh-eating robot. We've had the go-ahead from the top, and this is happening. And we're going to paint it yellow so it looks more friendly.
Maybe it ties into Area 51. Maybe they found some technology when it crashed, and they've been trying to work it out since then.
Mate, this is what I'm saying.
There's I don't do conspiracy
It's painted
theories.
yellow and green, not like black or like death-like colours, like warning, stay away from me.
They've made it look friendly.
It looks like Wally from that fucking film.
I love that film.
It's got like a little mouth and eyes.
That's a big test for me. If you ever go on a date and this turns into a relationship, I'm going to show you Wally, and if you don't like it, it's over. That's why it's one of my deal breakers. Are you all right? You keep holding your
I
heart.
think I'm having a heart attack.
You said that before we started recording. I probably should have taken it seriously.
I've got a bit of indigestion, I think. I think it's all the fucking laughing.
I'm looking at.
Are you looking at the corpse-eating robot?
No, I'm looking at the conspiracy theories, and I just saw one here. The Pope killed Abraham Lincoln.
What?
That's a theory. Oh,
Flat Earthers.
flat Earth. We've done flat
We've
earthers.
done flat earthers.
I can't deal with flat Earth and
can't
flat
think of,
earthers. We are ruled by lizard people from the lower levels of the fourth dimension.
There you go. Not the third.
No, the third one's all right. It's that
Third
fourth.
dimension.
That's that fourth one you want to worry
Nasty
about.
fuckers down there.
I think the lizard people one's my favourite because people really fucking go in on it.
Yeah, and doesn't that tie into the Illuminati as well?
Yeah.
Isn't there like videos of like on YouTube where people slip out of character?
Yeah.
And like their lizard shows
For like
briefly.
a fraction of a
Yeah,
second.
and they're like, told you it was true, look, because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
on the YouTube video.
Yeah.
There was that, do you remember that kid that got, I don't think it's a conspiracy theory, but there was that guy that got, that young guy, or that everyone was, he was like, he's got dwarfism and loads of disabilities and whatever, and he was bullied, and his mum posted, it wasn't that long ago, his mum posted a
I
video.
know exactly what you're on about.
And it was like he was getting
But
bullied.
they said he was a kid.
And he was crying.
It
and
turned out he was
upset.
like 46-year-old
Yeah, but
stripper.
it
or something.
turns out he wasn't. He was actually a kid.
Oh, wait, he was a kid?
He was a kid.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that bit. I just saw the bit where he was growing up.
There was, effectively, all that was there was two guys. One was a child, and one was an actual guy
And they
that looked
okay.
very similar. So if you didn't know that much about it, you would just assume that there was the same people.
Wait, did you read about the woman, the girl, who was from like Romania or Latvia or one of these countries, who got adopted by an American family? Turns out she was like 34 years old and kept trying to stab them.
Oh, and they thought that she was like 15 or
So
something.
they adopted her thinking she was a kid.
Oh my
And then she just never aged, like never grew older, never got taller.
For like 20 years.
And then just kept trying to kill them all the time. all the time, kept trying to kill them.
Fucking, what is wrong with the world? But this does happen a lot, like mad shit
Yeah,
like
you
that.
do. Yeah, but I think the thing is, though, again, it's part of like the technology era where these stories probably existed 50 years ago and 100 years ago and 200 years ago. It's just we've got the media now to make everything a story.
Well, what did they used to be called?
Freaks? What?
No, there was like, what was they called? There was like a name for them.
For what?
Like these stories.
Oh.
I
don't know.
It was like a fucking knock a fairy tale. I can't remember. Everyone's now going shouting the fucking word.
Oh, okay, yeah, they are.
It was not knocking our wives' tale.
Wait, stop talking for a second. It's a Oh no, I was about to say. I think I was about to say
urban legend.
Urban legend.
Or
that's
urban
it, yeah.
myth. Or urban legend.
Yeah.
So there was like, I heard this bloke.
Yeah.
I heard this story in Romania that there was so and so and so and so. You know, oh yeah, and then he passes it to someone else.
I'm going to use
they
some
pass
hand
it to someone
sanitizer.
else. Now it's just like a YouTube video going, "That's bullshit."
Yeah.
And that's it, and everyone just believes it. Like that young
you hear
kid.
that?
Hand sanitizer.
Hand sanitizer.
It's like that young lad. Somebody posted. I fell for it.
Maybe that's it. Maybe coronavirus was made by hand sanitizer companies in toilet roll. They've got together and they're like, you know what? We're not making. People aren't washing their hands anymore.
People are not wiping their arse properly.
One thing I will say. Okay, I'm not going to talk about the virus itself, but from an anthropologist.
Right, explain that word.
If I can fucking say it. From an anthropology, let's go with that point of view. It's a study of human behaviour.
Okay.
That's all it is. It's strange how the knock-on effect has gone, especially like, I wasn't going to say week to week, but 3 days to 3 days.
Yeah, it's not even that long a time.
You know what I mean? It really isn't. I think from the first or second episode, I think we mentioned it initially.
Yeah.
But back then it was like, oh, there's that thing going on. And it was like
and it was over there.
It was a reference to do with story, like a zombie story for us. That was our reference.
Yeah.
I think it was the second episode, and now we're 6 weeks later.
And we're in the middle of it.
And we're smack bang epicenter eye of the storm. And for me, that one thing I keep hearing a lot of people say is like, when it goes back to normal. I don't think there's a normal.
My friend said that to me this morning.
He
said this is going to change the world.
Whatever comes out of this, I don't think there is any way we can go back to the way things were 3 weeks ago.
But
2 weeks ago.
in what sense?
I'm
Like,
not sure if
what's
it's in terms of. I don't know. I mean, it depends how long it lasts initially. If this ended tomorrow, then it wouldn't take too long before things do go back. But the longer, like, have you seen Britney now? Britney's trying to get.
Britney Spears.
Yeah. So she's getting a lot of shit at the moment, and being called a communist.
What?
Have you not heard?
No.
So Britney came out and said, Fred said that she wants a redistribution of wealth.
Right.
So she doesn't think. I'm not sure if she said through this time or consistently beyond this now. There should no longer be
rich people,
the elite,
right,
and people in poverty.
So is she going to give her money away?
I mean, again, I didn't read the article. I saw the headline. Because you said to me, I'm a headline reader.
You are a headline.
I'm a headline reader, but I don't give a fuck about the story.
Yeah,
and I don't really care about Britney Spears' opinion on.
Yeah, but now you do because now
I'm only
it's a
referencing it. Well, I should have read it then. Okay. Does that
right.
make you happy?
You're a headline reader.
I'm a headline reader.
Don't be a headline reader. Do your own research.
I do right again. If it was something I wasn't, if I knew I was going to bring it up, I'd research it.
How dare they call Britney a communist? Who is it? I'll fucking fight them.
All of them, the whole internet.
Fucking bring it on. I'm bringing my fucking flat corpse eating robot, and we'll fuck you all up.
But that is the thing. I think a lot of. I mean, one thing it is showing is like what my favorite thing out of all of this is that no one gives a fuck about celebrities at the minute at all.
No.
Like Prince,
and they're still trying so hard to be relevant.
So relevant, right? Like,
so
do you see Madonna in a bath of milk? Madonna released a video where she's in a bathtub filled with milk, like Cleopatra, saying how this is like a leveler for the playing field and how we're all the same. Like,
why
bitch,
is she in milk?
You're in milk. Shut the fuck up.
Why is she in milk?
Because she's fucking crazy with her cat face now because she's had that much fucking surgery. I like Madonna. I like Madonna as much as the next guy, but just stop being fucking weird.
And then any of
people are telling on Idris Elba because he got tested. And they're like, well, he had no symptoms.
Who?
Idris Elba.
Oh, yes.
And everyone was like, why has he had a test and we haven't?
Yeah, how dare he?
And he was showing no symptoms. He paid for it.
Of course he did.
Like, that's all it is.
Of course he did.
The only reason he had one, it wasn't like they went, you're Idris Elba, here's a test.
We could all go and get tested.
If we pay for it.
If we paid for it.
I think it's like £350.
I've no idea.
But they have said, I just saw in the news before we started this, that now they're going to try and do... Hang on, let me try for the headline again. The headline. Oh, God, I didn't screenshot it.
Hang on. Headline reader.
Headline reader.
The self kits. The self
That's it, yeah.
test kits.
That's got a 15 day turnover. 15
Yeah,
minute.
but 15. It was a 15-minute.
It's 50, that's it, 15-minute results.
15-minute results.
Yeah.
But do you not think the minute that drops through your door, people are just going to test themselves?
The only thing I
And they go, yeah, I haven't got it. I'm going
out.
on the piss.
Tomorrow you might get it. Like, that's the only thing with it, is like you can be tested and may not have it today, but in a week you might get it.
The whole point of it is when you start showing symptoms,
Yeah.
you use the test.
Yeah.
No one's going to do that. They're going to be taking it around in their car,
Yeah,
or when they
yeah.
get pulled over, going, "Why are you driving to the pub?" And they'll be like, "I've done a test.
Lick my test.
I'm all right.
If you wait 15 minutes, I'll show you why I'm okay to get drunk.
I've got 7 of them.
Yeah,
I'm allowed to go to the fucking park with 7 of my mates. We've all done tests.
We'll do when we get back as well. Yeah. No, but it is, I think, and that's the thing. I think a lot of people, the one thing I've found that's pissing me off the most out of this
Go on.
is the amount of people who we established at the start of the podcast. I've been self-isolating. I've kept social distance. I haven't touched a human.
Are you about to be a hypocrite?
No.
Okay.
I'm about to be angry.
Okay.
Is the amount of people who, for lack of a better word, are fucking snitches. If I see one more fucking status or post about, oh my god, there's kids in the street, it's not a holiday, they're fucking kids. And not only that, but if they're within the same household as well, and they're not touching anybody else, it makes no difference if they're sat together in the living room or if they're outside. There's just more room outside. And I honestly believe this generation would have sold out Anne Frank in 15 minutes. They've been like, the fucking Nazis rolling through Amsterdam.
Is there anyone in there? No.
So, yeah.
Are you sure? Yeah, she's at the top floor, mate.
Top floor, mate.
Top floor, mate.
She's been there for about a
Make
week.
sure you put it on Facebook so everyone knows that it was me.
Honestly, like, I can understand now, retrospectively, how... I'm just going to say it, how Nazis became... There are so many Nazis. I get it. Because if your government convinces you of something, you might be like, you're not allowed outside. Boris said... Like, yeah, I'm just going for a walk. No, you can't go outside. Like, no, you can. You can go outside. And then, like, you see people on the tube going to London because they have to work.
27 of them within a foot space.
Because they shut down most of the trains.
Yeah.
And
half the staff are off sick, so it's all reduced.
And all these companies are saying you still have to come to work or you lost a job, which, fair enough, your company might be paying you 80%, your company may be paying you full whack, but not everyone is getting that.
No.
So if they have to work, don't then vilify them for having to get on a train with fucking... I'm sure they don't want to be on that train with 50 other people within a fucking tiny proximity.
I think the biggest issue is, and we're going to end in a minute anyway, so we might as well fucking talk about it. But the biggest issue is at the minute is just not the lack of information in it. It's as simple as that.
There's a WhatsApp number now. Actually, I'm going to give this information out.
But the lack of information isn't the government's fault. It's they just don't know what the fuck's going on.
That is a big part of it.
It's changing so fast that they're trying to do the right thing. A, to protect everyone, but B, in terms of the virus, but also to stop fucking mass riots and mass panic. Like, if Boris had gone onto the fucking radio station 2 weeks ago and nobody really thought it was that on it, like that serious, and he said, right, nobody's going out. If you're outside, you're getting arrested. That's it. Complete lockdown. Nobody's going anywhere. Fucking, who do you think would have listened?
I disagree.
Nobody.
I disagree. Why do you think they're listening now? Because it hasn't got any visibly worse. So people are listening to him. Nothing's changed for us in the 2 weeks from when he said, I want 60% of the population to get it. I want herd immunity, so if everyone gets it, then they won't get it again. It'll help us. Wait, hear me out, as a population. And then he said that, and then the week after, he was like, he didn't even say, wait, we were wrong. He just changed his information. And then bit by bit, we're closing schools. Then anything that's not essential we're on lockdown. And people keep saying we're on lockdown because people keep going out. Bullshit. We're on lockdown because we were always going to go on lockdown.
We're not on lockdown.
Well, we're on lockdown light.
We're not
Diet
on
lockdown. We're on diet lockdown.
We're not on lockdown.
Whatever you want to call it.
The word lockdown was never used at any point during that speech.
If I tell you that there's a big animal with 4 legs with spots on it that I milk, eats grass, I haven't got to say it's a cow before you know it's a cow.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is the word itself wasn't used
but that's,
for certain reasons.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
We're still allowed to go out shopping.
We are.
Nobody's stopping that.
Exactly.
We can still go out and exercise.
We can.
Nobody's stopping that. You can still go and walk your dog. You can still hang with your family. You can still do majority of if you need to go to work, he's not stopping people from going to work. He's not said
he's
every
recommended
business-
non-essential businesses
exactly.
should close.
He's not said every business has to shut down.
Which is what I'm saying, okay, lockdown.
So
right.
it's not
whatever you want to
lockdown.
call it. Okay, I apologise
It's
for
restricted movement to protect the vulnerable.
which I get and I do. I'm not saying I'm against it. I fully respect the fact that we should limit our current activities in the world, but I think just close down things that give you the option of going out. Because if you've got nowhere to go, then you're not really going to go out.
Yeah, but look what happened at the weekend. He closed all the pubs and everyone had parties in their house. A friend of mine built his own fucking pub in his back garden. And everybody that would have been in the pub was in his back garden. It made no fucking difference.
Yeah.
People are fucking idiots.
People are fucking idiots.
So
and I
they
get
need
that.
to be told specific terms.
Just
Look,
fine.
we gave you the roundabout fairy tale Disney version. None of you fucking listened. We've now given you a slightly stricter version of, well, you can still go out and do stuff, but we're asking you not to, and we're asking businesses to close down, telling them to close down.
I'm just sick of seeing glasses.
If you fuckers,
Just stop fucking bitching about like people outside.
If you
know what?
fuckers don't listen-
either shout out your window at them
or don't post it on Facebook.
Get on with your life.
Yeah.
But like, if I see one more fucking status, oh my god, these people are outside. Like, and I get it, shit. I get people are dying. I understand that. I'm not saying it's okay, but all I'm saying is you ranting about it. It's become humans versus Corona to humans versus Corona,
Yeah.
and there is just we should try to get through this together rather than turning on each other because that's what the robots want.
That's what the robots want.
The robots want us to go against each other,
Don't
and right
listen to
now,
Jarvis
is
is
he's
infiltrating.
rubbing his hands together, ready to come skull fuck all of us with
There's
his.
a lot of people riddled with Jarvis right now.
Well, yeah,
Riddled.
riddled to the
And
T.
the more we fucking let him do it. And also, if we all just stay in for a couple of weeks, the quicker we do it, the quicker it's over.
That is the thing. I mean, there
It's
was
like bum sex. You just get it over with. Once it's done, just get it over with. Quick, you fucking say yes. Get it over with. Done.
I
Finished.
don't even know how to respond to that.
Let's just knock it on the head there then. That's an hour now, so we're good to go.
We yeah,
Doing an
so-
hour.
so-
What information did you have on? Something about WhatsApp, something?
Oh yeah, so if you want to avoid false information, the World Health Organization.
Wait. If you want to get actual,
Yeah, so if you wanna-
real life, confirmed information,
From the World Health Organization.
not Sandra on Facebook,
Nope.
who's got a friend in the fucking Ministry of Defence.
My mom, honestly, the amount of things my mom said to me yesterday, I've heard this, and she said to me, like, the Morrisons down the road from us, she's like, they made 50 million in a week, and I'm like, I'm sorry, what? And she's like, they made 50 million in a week. I was like, who told you that? Oh, someone who works there. Oh, I was like, okay.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, Asda made 80 million. She's like, really? I was like, no, I just made it up. But that's how easy it is.
Exactly.
And I guarantee if I hadn't corrected it, I should have gone around telling people. And I was
Yeah.
like, imagine how much you'd have to sell to make profit 50 million.
Yeah.
Let alone sell
Yeah.
everything you've got and still have 50 million. I love you, Mom.
So real information
So-
from real scientists and real fucking experts.
The World Health Organization, or WHO, you've probably heard about them a lot the last week.
Who?
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 Have
Let
a
them-
number on WhatsApp. So it's +417 989 31892. And you can text them. If you send them a message, hi, you will get a list of information available and we can stop listening to rumours circulating on social media around COVID-19. Reply with a number at any time to get the latest information on topics. So if you text 1, it'll give you the latest numbers.
Right, okay.
2, on information on how to protect yourself. 3, your questions answered. 4 is a mythbuster. 5 is travel advice. 6, news and press. 7, share. And 8, to donate. That's just what I've been found.
And all this information is obviously on as you text hi, and that's it.
Yep. So
And
if
then
you,
all of them options will
yeah.
become...
So the World Health Organization will be able to give you more
That's a clever idea.
actual advice. Or again, you can go to their Facebook or their Twitter and stuff like that. But they are the people to listen to, not Sandra
Not Sandra or Carol,
or Karen.
who's got a fucking friend that works at the Minijuice Defence and
Yeah.
their gardener's a fucking butler.
And I guarantee everyone has. I had that message when I was at work last week. Someone sent me a message saying, "I've got a friend whose fellow works for the MOD.
This is real. I've
and
got
I've been
sources.
told," yeah, like just, and it's not even the worst thing. Isn't even so much to listen to it. It's don't spread that news. Then
Correct.
don't tell other people I've heard this and read this.
Chances
and done
are
this.
the only sources they've got are in the cupboard and they're fucking Heinz or they're fucking HP. So ignore fucking idiots.
that was like your mic drop moment there, wasn't it?
Do your own research.
Yeah.
If you don't know, don't fucking say anything. Just keep your mouth shut.
The thing is, there is enough. If you watch news bulletins daily, there's enough on there. I mean, a lot of it, like today, I was watching the news this morning, and a lot of it's just about Prince Charles. I don't care. Like, I don't. I get it. He's got it. Sorry?
It's not very nice.
I don't.
He's the king of our country.
No, he's not.
Second king of our country.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he still second in line? I thought William was.
No. It's Prince Charles.
Oh, fuck him.
Because he's the oldest.
I don't care.
I love the fucking royal family. But that's a conversation for another podcast.
Okay.
We are going to knock it on the head now. We didn't mention that this isn't on YouTube again.
Yeah, we're not filming because Rob is in he's in lockdown quarantine.
Because Rob is holed up in his ginger palace. We are...
Rob actually is, just quickly, Rob is doing quite a lot at the minute to
help.
Yeah, so he's got some piano lessons and stuff like that. And
yes, he has. He's got
a company which is T1 Media.
Well, he's just launched his new website as well, which we'll post a link up to, which has got a lot of basically things that you can do whilst you're fucking on lockdown.
Quarantine.
So you can learn to read music, you can learn the piano, you can do all these bits and bobs, and I think they're like £1 or something like that. They're super cheap.
I mean, you can sit in your pyjamas and watch Netflix if you want to. We're not saying you have to go do shit, but if the means are there and you've got the time at the moment,
educate yourself.
There's no harm trying.
Exactly.
You can come out of this with a skill.
But yeah, he's also trying to help like small businesses and stuff. So if you've got any stuff that you might be able to do online, or if you want to do your own podcast or whatever, or if you want to do social media help or anything like that, again, we'll share all his. We'll
probably we'll get producer Rob to share this stuff himself because he'll know better. But yeah, you can hit him up and he'll be able to help you out during these difficult times.
Correct. But so that's it. So we'll probably do another one in a couple of days.
One thing I want to say just finally is just going back on our self-help list a few weeks ago, especially now is the time. Just text someone. I put it on our page on our Instagram earlier. Just text someone, call someone. I FaceTimed my best mate yesterday because she's pregnant and haven't seen her in a couple of weeks, so just see how she was getting on. I've been texting people, did a couple of jaw drops. Just see how people are getting on, because different people. I'll text one of my mates the other day thinking she'd be fine. She's stressed the fuck at the minute. So it's just worth just kind of like checking on people.
Check on people. Check on yourself. Stay away from your family. It's not worth the risk.
I thought you said that in a really kind of like, fuck them off.
Just do that anyway. I'll do that anyway. It's just easier. Just stay away. Just stay away from everyone.
Yeah, social distance just for the time being. Hopefully this will go back to a new, better life of Britney's
Don't let Jarvis win.
Don't let Jarvis
We'll leave
win.
it there.
We
just fuck Jarvis and just say no to Jarvis. And on that note, follow us on Apple, Spotify, Deezer,
YouTube,
iHeartRadio. The audio will still be on YouTube.
Yeah. Tell your friends. This is a good time. If you enjoy it, especially, you'll find it informative or anything. Just tell your mates about it. You haven't even got to share it. If you're one of those people who doesn't share on social media, just text them the link and go.
This is why we've done this now, because we feel that people just want a bit of fucking something to laugh at. Do you know what I mean? So we don't take ourselves too seriously.
And I laugh at Jake all the fucking time, so you might as well.
Everyone else might as well. So yeah, just if you found something funny, share it with your friend if they might have the same sense of humour, and let's just spread a bit of love and a little bit of positivity.
Yeah.
And we will see you on episode 9. Peace out.
Bye.
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
Stay safe.
Wash your dick.
Stay away from people. Don't let Jarvis win. Bye, 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 bye.